Welcome in. I am the Crypto Bull God, and in today's video, what we're going to discuss is Toncoin and how it has been making a ton of movement all the way up now into the top 10 crypto market ranking. You see what I just did right there? If you appreciate the content, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, drop me a comment. You gotta click that bell icon for all notifications to know when I go live each and every single weekday for my daily TA live stream. It's called All in the Charts, where I take your daily TA crypto questions. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Tradingview. It's one word, CryptoBullGod. Just a quick disclosure that none of what I'm providing is financial advice. No. I am here to educate through logical, technical analysis because I'm aimed at helping you. We're all big boys and we're all big girls, so we can make our own personal financial decisions. With that being said, let's get into it. All right, guys, when I'm saying that Toncoin has been on fire, what do I specifically mean? This is a historical look that we're going to quickly take on Toncoin to watch its progress up in market cap ranking. Here, this is back in October of 2022. You can see that Toncoin here was at market cap position 33. If we flip to December towards the end of the year, you can see we jumped all the way up to spot 26. At the beginning of the year, you can see once again we flipped up to the number 22 position. And then in April, we dropped here to spot 26. But you can see after April is where we really started to make our move. If we go into July, you can see we ramped all the way up to spot 15 within the top 20. And at current market positioning, we are at spot 11. Now, important to point out that Toncoin was actually all the way up at spot 9, right? There's a real tight gap between Solana and Toncoin in terms of market cap. So, and we'll get into the chart in a moment here, but I'd be surprised if it didn't capture that top 10 spot again. One of the surprising things I found on this project, and I'm not familiar at all with the project, it's not listed on Bybit, it's not listed on Kraken, Gemini, even Binance or Coinbase. So you have a lot of major exchanges that this project is not even listed on, and this has managed to jump all the way up to the 9 spot, and we're sitting right now at spot 11. So let's get into the charts here, and this is the bread and butter of this channel. And by the way, you can always catch my TA analysis daily on my live stream. It's called All in the Charts. I actually take your TA questions. Make sure you click that all notifications bell icon to know when I go live each and every single weekday. Now, this is a weekly view on Toncoin, and as you can see, a couple things to point out here. Green is always for support. Red is always for resistance on this channel. One of the nice things I like to see here, there's this nice upsloping line, and we have these higher lows, right? Could we come all the way down to here? Absolutely, and it would still be bullish, right? Now, that's not my primary hypothesis, and we're going to get into ultimately where my golden buy zone is here. But if we just focus on price action, really nice to see this huge green Jesus candle come up here. You know, we opened at $1.70 and hit all the way up towards over $2.50. This candle, though, this red candlestick from last week, again, these are weekly candlesticks, this is telling me that most likely we're going to have some sort of a trend reversal to the downside. In this case, I would call this healthy consolidation and healthy pullback if we ultimately land where I believe we're going to land in price, right? The highest price that we've reached, which was back in December of 22, you can see we went all the way up near $3 at $2.92. We fell just short of that at $2 and roughly 60 cents, right? So around 15% shorter from there, rough math, okay? So we do have a lower high here, right? We do have a high here and a lower high here. Ultimately, what we want to see is we want to see a breakout towards $3, because once that happens, ladies and gentlemen, that's called a blue sky breakout. Wouldn't count this wick here, as this is most likely the ICO back in April. This would be a blue sky breakout, and it's anyone's call. We could use Fibonacci extensions to guesstimate where prices could land. If we quickly take a look at the price indicators here, stochastic RSI looks healthy. RSI is nowhere near overbought. We're sitting just shy of 60. And this MACD, really healthy. We're above zero. You can see the histogram picking up. I am theorizing based on, I've seen a lot of charts over the years, this thing is going to start to flatten out in a healthy way. What we'd like to see is staying above 0. But as we begin to consolidate in price, you'll see this histogram begin to level out before ultimately what we'd want to see as bulls begin to push up. Let's jump into that price consolidation. Now, what I did is on this 3-day chart, I kept all of these prior areas of support that we were looking at on the weekly. I actually decided to keep them on this price area here and just stay consistent with what I am indicating in terms of where areas of price confluence are. Now, where is my golden buy zone? I could ultimately see a pullback to between $1.88 all the way downwards of $1.52. If we do manage to get all the way down towards this $1.50 mark, I think that would coincide with a larger correction in Bitcoin with the rest of the market. I don't think we're going to see those price levels if the market ends up continuing to make a surprising move up. I do discuss these things on my daily live stream, and I have dropped a few videos on Bitcoin, ultimately sharing my perspective on that. But I think a lot of the price direction that we could ultimately see in this golden buy zone opportunity, a lot of this is going to be driven by what the price performance for Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market is in the fourth quarter of this year, right? Where's my sweet spot? If I had to call a sweet spot on this chart right now, I would call more in the $1.80 range. So what you'd want to see as a bull is a nice healthy pullback somewhere in this range in here, and then just continuation to the upside, right? Because ultimately, you can see if we got a pull down into that area, you're still getting these higher lows coming in, right? Things are really, like I said, going to get juicy once we start to break up towards $3. Now, if we look at the price indicators, it's no surprise that we've seen a pullback here. I want to focus on this RSI. There's a topping level, not a ton of price data, but you can see back here, and we were overheated towards 80 on the RSI. We saw a nice pullback here, a really large pullback with the rest of the market. Here we got overheated towards 80 once again. You can see the RSI is lighting up green right here. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to see as significant a pullback, but prices definitely do need to cool off. Okay, things can remain overextended, things can remain oversold for extended periods of time. But in this case, what this chart is telling us based on this RSI, it's a warning flag that, hey, we just need some nice, healthy consolidation, a nice pullback. And ultimately, if you want to see continued momentum to the upside that is sustainable, and you want to see Toncoin get into that top 10 and stay in that top 10, we need to cool off a little bit. So again, golden buy opportunity between roughly, we're going to call it round it, keep it nice and stupid simple, $1.90 to $1.50. My really juicy zone is in that $1.80 range. Anywhere in that $1.80 range, I would definitely be a buyer within that range. Now here we're flipping over to the ton BTC relativity chart. You can see in the upper left-hand corner, I've multiplied that relativity chart by 1,000 just to make the numbers off to the right here easier on the eyes. You can see at the end, in the middle, really, towards the end of 2022, we had these nice impulsive wave movements up. Since then, we've entered this consolidation to the downside and a correction. Ultimately, what I want to see to express further strength in this chart, let's break this descending resistance, right? It wouldn't be bullish if we just rolled over here, created new lows, and then ultimately just created lower highs. Now, I don't see that happening in the chart. The other thing I like seeing here, this is a really strong area of price confluence that we've backtested several times. I wouldn't mind seeing some sort of a healthy pullback to around these levels, but ultimately want to break out towards past these lower highs, break these other red areas of resistance here, and then it's what we want to see is off to new all-time highs for this relativity value. So we'll have to keep an eye on this in terms of, this will also tell us how much strength is coming into Toncoin. If you appreciated the content, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It helps me as a content creator. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Share what you liked about the video. Share what you didn't like about the video in the comments feed. And until next time, everybody, let's all spread awareness and let's carry the education forward.
So what you gonna do, $5 on CryptoBullGod and his crypto maniacs and the entire cryptocurrency market? Run wild! Oh.